Behold, my lovelies, at what I have in my hot little hands. It is a stack of leather, and do you know why we have a stack of leather? Because, dun dun dun, we've got 9 stacks of sugarcane, and do you know what that means? That means that with a little, wow, with a little magic, we can make a ton of paper. And do you know what you can do with a ton of paper? You can make a ton of books. That is not as many books as I thought I was going to make. But with all of these books, you can make bookshelves eventually when I know how to craft. Man, my math was way off. I wanted a stack of bookshelves. Oh man, that's way off. But we'll have some decent amounts. 21 bookshelves. Wow. Okay. Well, we've got the materials for more future bookshelves. I'm gonna keep this paper in here, so we've got enough to make what I want. I've got an extra book. I miscalculated the amount of leather I need, but we've got a cow farm. We can get it. We've got 21 books, and do you know what 21 bookshelves? And do you know what we're gonna do with these bookshelves? We are going to make our library. But let me show you what else has been going on. I decided what I was gonna put here. I got some pretty good suggestions. Somebody suggested a market, and I kind of like that. But I decided that there's not enough living space here. So we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a derpy house. We've got 4 and a derpy house. That's not a whole lot of land. I mean, to be fair, 4 families and maybe a little family could probably actually, like in the real world, live off of this farm and this amount of stuff. You know, if each of those families had, say, 2 kids, you would have 8 kids, maybe 10 kids, you know, given some variation, which would be enough for a little school. You'd have enough for a little hospital, you know, some of the family fishes, some of the family does the hospital work. So it could actually work, but this is Minecraft, and they don't actually eat or need anything. So I decided that this area is going to be like a little apartment complex. It's going to be kind of like you live next to the mob farm, so it's kind of like lower quality property. So I'm going to put one complex here. It's just going to be really small, maybe like 2 small apartments on this side, maybe 1 apartment here and like a little tiny one here. It'll probably be 2 stories, so I might be able to double stack it, whatever. But it's going to be kind of like for the bachelors or for like the lower end villagers, you know. We're gonna make up a little story why they live in these little kind of smaller houses. I think that'll make me happier because I like building little houses and stuff, and it seemed like a good thing to build. But I did like the idea of a market, and I might, over at the fishing area, I may put a little bit more markety stuff into that because that's where the farms are. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to harvest all the stuff from that farm and then bring it over here. So this is gonna be a house. This is the library. We are going to put bookshelves all in here, and it's going to be beautiful. But for now, we're going to put them in here because I want to show you off the finished hospital. This came together quite nicely, I think, after the fact. I'm not crazy about the roof, but it works. So, goes in, community hospital, waiting room, nice. Please sign in and take a seat so you can get the book. Sign in. Clock so you know what time you signed in. Nice little... Oh, this probably should say like staff only or something, but administration only in here. I don't really know what that is, but it looked important. Nice little room, painting, pot. You got your little bookshelf and your plant. You go in here, close this door. This is the operating room. I mean, we saw some of this, but I've finished it up a bunch. So it's got like the cup. It's got, you know, a ladder. I don't know. It looks like you could put like tools or instruments. Oh, it's raining. Or instruments or something there. We've got that, which you probably don't want to see your doctor holding as you're laying on this bed. Medical stuff. This is kind of like where you put your scans or like medical equipment. Thought he would need a chest. There's nothing in it, but you know, whatever you need. Put the carpet down to make it look a little more sterile, but I don't know if it really works. But anyway, that's the operating room. Put a chest into here. that was where I was keeping stuff, but, you know, good use of that space as well. Inpatients, you go up here. So, staff only, you've got, like, your little... This is kind of like the kitchen and cleaning area, like laundry and stuff that I would imagine that a staff member would need to have access to if they were dealing with actual patients. So there's that. Nothing in the chest. Again. I don't know. Looks cool, though. Probably should have one on that, too. But that's that. Excuse me. Patients only. So you come in here. You saw a lot of this. There's, like, the beds. Each bed has a little side table. Painting. Painting. Keeps the room a little classy. Bathroom. It's not a very good-looking toilet, but whatever, it works. And you got, like, a little counter. Pretend there's a shower, toilet, or something in here. Or bathroom and bathtub in there. So that's it. But there's one more thing. You can go up here. Roof access. This is nothing spectacular, trust me. But thought it would be, you know, nice to have. So there's a little bit of greenery here. So you can walk up here if you really wanted to for some reason. It's got a nice view. We are currently in version 13W41B, which I think is close to 1.7. And it's definitely got some, like, weird glitchiness with the water that I'm not in love with. But it's not my choice. I like this big tree. I don't like that you can get up here from the roof. So I might... Like, for myself, I don't care, but for villagers, I should probably make it so that they can't do that. I think that'll stop villagers from jumping up there. I don't think you can get on this one. Yeah. So, yay! I like the way that the hospital came out. I'm going to be sad to leave my cute little hospital because it's tiny and compact, but it gets everything that it needs. The point of this gets across quite easily. So, hopefully we can kind of replicate that feel on the library. 21 bookshelves. Not... Okay, so, you're going to walk in. Let's see, what do we have? Let's use these. Let's make... we probably also need some of this. So you walk in from this side and that side. So you're going to want to have, like, a little reception person, like, that you would ask, like, books. Where are the books? So let's make, like, a little path here. Let's put the person here. Let's see. You know what? Let's make it like a wraparound table. Let's start it like this. Let's do it like that. No. Break. I laid out a little bit of a platform just so I would kind of know where I'm working from, so I apologize for not doing all of it on camera, but I'm trying to kind of speed through some of this. So let's do that. Let's do the same thing on this side, and then we'll connect these. We'll put a gate there, or not a gate, one of... where is it? Did I put it in here? Yep, there it is. Put one of these there. Ideally, we could, like... actually, I don't think you could trap a villager in here, because they would just jump out. But whatever. This is going to be where the receptionist is going to be... Or not the receptionist, but, you know, like, the librarian. So we'll give that person a little librarian chair. Boop. We need some signs. And to get a sign, we need a workbench. And you know what? The librarian would probably have a workbench back there. So we'll do that. Bam. Bam. Boop. And boop. Now, he/she would probably... Did I not put the bookshelves in my... They're still here. He/she would probably have, like, the rare books back here. So we're going to put those there. I think that looks good. Actually, I'll put one there as well. I might eventually get some clay pots and stuff. Now, I don't like the way that the book... I don't like the way that this blends in. You know what we could do? We could... Does that look okay? Does that make it look more like a bookshelf? Like... Kind of like they're under there. Now, I couldn't put pots on top of that, so that's an issue. But kind of like that for right now. It's still dark back there, though, so we need to... Oops. Need to worry about that. Now, I'm going to place as many bookshelves as I want, and if I feel like I need a whole bunch more, I will add them off camera. So right now, what I want to do, so you walk in here, and you can walk out here. So this is like the main path. So there should be bookshelves here, right? Let's see, let's put them here, and here, and here, right? This chest is not going to be here. In fact, this chest should probably go back here with this thing, with this, there's not really room back there. I mean, I'll find room for it, but let's see. There, I kind of want there to be like a little reading area, so this might be like a nice little couchy reading area. Let's see, can we get like a small little couch, a small little couch thing going here? Like that, and we need one more birchy guy. Boop, 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 boop. Doot, doot, doot. Bam! Birchy guys, birchy guys. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So, once you got your book, you can sit here, and let's put one here as well. Is that gonna work? Yeah, it looks okay. We'll put some carpet down when I get some carpet for my inventory. And so let's make bookshelves, bookshelves, bookshelves. In this corner, we're gonna have some weirdness happening. I mean, I guess it could go bookshelf, it could go like this, right? Maybe we should do that. And then we'll just, this will just be dead, and we'll just, because you don't want to put books there. I guess we could just fill it in with wood so that it's not blank, because you're going to be able to see it, because this is going to be windows, right? So you'll still be able to see, like, that corner of it, but if it was bookshelves, you wouldn't be able to get to them. So yeah, I think a corner unit will be good. And then on these little areas like this, I kind of want to have more seating. Now, like, a real library would have probably more books in this because it would have a lot more people that it was dealing with. But this is a small village, so I'm not too worried about... You can't just do it with two, can you? Yeah, that's not gonna work. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah. Well, I guess we could just do it like that. I want to have like little seating areas for them to read the books. And there's not gonna be a whole ton of books, but there's gonna be enough that if you lived here, you would still have some stuff to read. I don't like these. They just don't look like chairs. What if... I don't have a Silk Touch axe right now, so I'm using a shovel, which is unfortunate, but it works. What if this is 3? Oops, that ate into that stair. That's not good. Like so, yeah. So there's a bench there, and then what if we take these two down and turn this into another set of benches? Boop, doop. Boop. 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 How does that look? So we've got a bunch of benches. Now, these will all be higher. I think I'll probably go up at least to 3 heights on all of them. I feel like there should be more books, though. This one is kind of long. What if we move that in and then put another bookshelf there? Do you think that would look okay? Guys, you gotta help me with this. Maybe? And then just to kind of help you visualize it better? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah? Are these all 3 now? 3, 3, 3, 3. Yes. Now we could also put like a second row of shelves, at least in this area, right? No, maybe not. Maybe there. It just doesn't really look like a library. It looks kind of like a lounge. I think one of these chairs is going to have to go. Yeah. So that chair's going to go. I'll put more bookshelves here. Oh, maybe a table next to the couch. That's a good idea, Vaughn. Let's try that. Put these there. Let's try this color table. That is not a table. Bam. And then we'll put 3 rows. This will be 3 bookshelves. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll look better. Because then when you look here, you'll definitely see like a bunch of books. And then this chair. I don't know about this one. This might get all turned into books as well. But I'm gonna put the roof on it now, and I think it's gonna be all glass. I'm still not sure about the stair thing, because I can't use glass blocks then. Or I would have to use glass blocks, and then a glass block would sit like that, basically, so it would be hanging over. But glass panes, I think, would not really look good, and then they would kind of hang, like a glass pane would connect here, so there would be like a gap between the step and the glass pane. So it would look better if these were full blocks or something like that, maybe. I don't know. So I'm gonna do some of this off camera, and I will bring you guys back once, you know, I get a little bit more progress done. And once again, I have done far too much stuff off camera instead of doing it on camera, but the library is complete. So, book, public library, you walk in. I've totally rearranged the way that the inside looks. Counter is the same, but I rearranged the stacks. So now it actually kind of looks like a library. They're very small stacks, but you can fit a lot more books in, and it looks like a library. I labeled it all. They're all kind of goofy titles, whatever, that's fine. More books upstairs. More books upstairs. There's still a couple seats, not a ton, but a little bit of seating. One thing I haven't done is I need one more item frame to put there and one more book to put there. And I just ran out of leather. So you go upstairs, and I kind of like how I did this. It's kind of like a loft area. So you can stand here and kind of look down and kind of see stuff. So it's very open and airy, which I like about a library. And then there's more stacks up here with just a couple more, you know, titles and things. So nothing, I thought about putting seating, and like I tried putting a chair there and a chair here, and it just didn't look right. It was too cramped, and it just looked weird. So if you want a book, you have to go downstairs and read it. The ceiling, or the roof, is very flat. I thought about putting like a pointed roof, but then I decided that flat would be just fine. I don't want these buildings to be too high profile. So this is, other than the mob farm, of course, I think that the library is the tallest building. I think it's taller than the hospital. I like having high roof, or high ceilings, and a lot of people like to build their ceilings like only 2 or 3 blocks high, and I like having 5 at minimum. And so this one, there's a very high ceiling on this part, and then from here it's a nice high ceiling. So anyway, that's that. Very happy with the very happy with that. I do still, like I said, need to put another item frame up there. We've got the little keep quiet. I put the chest in here. I took a bookshelf out just so that there's some storage. And a seed, whatever. It works. I put some flower pots in. It's all good. It's all good. So what else did I do? I also did a little bit more work on the apartment complex. So I put in a path and I greened it up. So I'll probably take some of this out so it looks a little bit more walky. I don't think that I will do like I did at the park, but I might do something. Like I said, we're in 13W41B, so there are some new blocks that I could try playing with. I think I could get Podzol. I'm not quite sure how to do that, but Podzol might look kind of cool, so it looks like it's grassy, but it's also been kind of like trampled or walked on or something. So I'll play around with it, possibly off camera. And then I just put all my extra wood and supplies in here, because normally they go in that little house way over there, and I was like, why drag it all the way back there and then all the way back here when I'm just going to build some more stuff here? So I left it all here. I probably need to get some more wood, because obviously the apartment complexes are going to be wood. And although I have a lot of wood, like I don't have much dark wood and stuff, so I'm going to have to do some farming off camera. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I did want to say one thing. I meant to mention it earlier. If you're wondering how I got all of the reeds for all of those bookshelves out of this tiny little reed farm, I wanted to show you. I cheated a little bit, and I took up some of these crops, and I made some additional reed farms. I plan to replace these once I'm done with as many books as I need. But that little tiny reed farm was just not producing enough reeds for me, and to keep myself from going and harvesting reeds at spawn or from some other area that has a big reed farm, because I want it to be all harvested from my little floating village, I decided that I would do that because I needed reeds and I didn't need that many carrots or potatoes or whatever. So that's that. Other than that, I think we are almost done. I mean, that apartment complex connects the island, or the circle. It brings us all together. So officially now the floating village is all connected. You can run in a complete circle from one end of it to another as long as you close the gates behind you. So that makes me very happy. And the last, I think, major build that I'm going to do is going to be the apartment complex. Now, if I wasn't planning on quitting LPing on the VintageBeef Fan Server, I would probably do a lot more to this village and do more like little satellite builds and other various things. But since I'm just trying to finish it up before I stop playing on here, well, I don't know if I'm going to stop playing, but I'm going to stop LPing for sure. And before I do that, I just wanted to finish it up. So this will be probably the last big build on the floating village, and then I've just got some final work to do on the main house. Oh, I just saw a mob. Some more final work to do on the main pumpkin village. There's like 1 or 2 walls that need to be put up in my donation room, and I did put a roof on the house over there. It doesn't look very good, but I don't really care, I have to admit. And I moved the horses from their little tiny stall into a bigger pen, but I'll show you guys that next episode or in the final episode. But yeah, I think we're getting close to the end. I think we've only got maybe 1 or 2 more episodes left. Very exciting though. I'm gonna miss this place because I really like the way that it looks. I may have to rebuild something like this someday because I think it's a cool idea, and I really like being kind of forced to only live off of what is available on the island. So like if you want diamonds, you got to go diving, and if you want wood, you can't. This is your tree farm. You have to use this wood for your tree farm, and so on and so forth. Just adds another level of complication to the game that you might not otherwise get, and although it's sometimes frustrating, it's fun to have that challenge as well. So anyway, library looks pretty cool from over here. It's all glass. It's definitely got the most glass of all of the builds, and that gives it, like, it kind of glows. It like draws you towards it. You're like, ooh, what is that build? I want to see. And it's not too far from the school, and it's, you know, next to a park and a hospital, and there's going to be a little apartment complex right there, and then we'll be done. So I'm very happy. Anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. Hope you guys are going to Minecon. If you are, I will definitely be there, and I will see you. If you're not going to the Minecraft meetup, you should. That is on Friday the 1st in Orlando. It's $40 to go. You can hang out with all 15 Minecrackers, me, a bunch of other people. Check out the Minecraft Network if you haven't heard about this event yet. It's all over that. It's really cool. It's going to be awesome. Of course, you can meet the guys at Minecon itself as well, but this is like additional awesomeness. And I'll be there, and a bunch of other YouTubers should be there to support the guys and to also kind of, you know, make friends and meet fans and so on and so forth. So, yeah, hopefully I will see you guys there. I'll get to meet Beef. It'll be fantastic. Woohoo! So, my name is Vaughn. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.